A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh, pardon me, from Plaguelands Media, bringing you another board game playthrough. I know it's been a long time since I brought you one of these, but I was teaching summer classes, and then my wife and I went away on vacation to the beach for a few days. But I figured now is as good a time as any, seeing as it is 9:12 in the morning as I'm recording this with my glass of whiskey. Yes, that's the sort of gamer I am. Raging alcoholic. Now, today I am bringing you one of the new Marvel Hero Packs. Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. Yes, you heard that correctly. Let's have a look at his hero card. Now, I have never played with this deck before. I don't know what cards are in it, except I am kind of familiar because Dale, the Casual Gamer, did a fantastic unboxing of the hero pack. So here we have Peter Porker, 5 recovery, hand size of 6, 12 health, cartoon power, response after you make a basic recovery, place 1 toon counter on Peter Porker, and the toon counters will kind of come in handy later. Here he is as Spider-Ham. 2 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense. Each toon counter on Spider-Ham can be spent as if it were a wild resource. After he takes any damage, place 1 toon counter on him. You might be familiar with Spider-Ham as he was a prominent character in the fantastic Sony film Into the Spider-Verse. Voiced, of course, by one of my favorite comedians of all time, John Mulaney. What is his hand size on this? 5. Yeah, okay. But Peter Porker has actually been around since about, I think his first appearance was in a Marvel one-shot in 1983, I want to say. I could be wrong on that. And then he got his own title, which was Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. This comic was very near and dear to my heart. The barber that worked on the RAAF base at Richmond used to have copies of this for the kids. And you can see just how silly it is with Peter Porker. You know, he's got Captain Americat, and he goes up against Hulk Bunny. There's Goose Rider. It's just great, silly fun. So he has been around for a long time. Now, the villain I'm going up against is, of course, standard Rhino, always the classic first villain from the core box set. But instead of using Bomb Scare, I'm actually using the modular set that came with the Spider-Ham Hero Pack, and that is the Inheritors. Now, for those of you that don't know who the Inheritors are, the Inheritors kind of started with Morlun back in, I want to say 2005, but maybe 2006. Morlun basically was this villain that ate spiders, or characters that used the spider totem, I should say. But the Inheritors kind of came into their own in the miniseries, I should say, fucking maxi crossover, Spider-Verse, where there's a whole family of them, and they go across the multiverse trying to kill all the characters that have spider powers. So it brings all of those characters together in one kind of giant, huge story, which is, in and of itself, freaking awesome. So, as we always do, let's give the villain deck a shuffle. Now, I believe I'm just using the pre-constructed Spider-Ham deck, and I am pretty sure that it's Justice, which is my kind of forte. I love the Justice aspect. Sorry for my voice. It's a little bit gravelly today. And then we'll give the hero deck a shuffle and throw cards on the ground. And then draw up to our hand size of 6. We get Scarlet Spider, Web of Life and Destiny, team building exercise, Overwatch, One Way or Another, and Great Responsibility. Let's have a look here. Scarlet Spider, play if you control a Web Warrior card. I believe Spider-Ham is a Web Warrior. Okay. When you would reveal an encounter card, name the card type and look at the card. If the card is the name type, deal 1 damage and draw a card. Okay. Ignore this card's resource cost. After a Web Warrior ally leaves play, choose a player. That player draws a card. That's cool. Team building exercise. Alright. Overwatch. When any amount of threat is removed from attached scheme by thwart, discard this card. Remove. I don't need that, so that one can go. One Way or Another. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme. Reveal that side scheme. Draw 3 cards. No thank you. And no thank you. So I kept 3 and I will draw 3 more. Hey, we got Captain America. Organic Webbing. Spider-Ham gets +1 thwart. Remove 1 toon counter. Ready Spider-Ham. He gains the aerial trait. Okay. And Petulant Pig. Stick your tongue out at the villain. The villain attacks you. Draw 3 cards. Alright, interesting. I'm not going to use his basic power, so I will flip over. Ignore this card's resource cost if your identity has the Web Warrior trait, which he does, so I'll put that in for free. That's always helpful. Okay, exhaust team building exercise. That could be good, but I do like Captain America. So I'm going to pay these 3 resources to put Captain America into play. After he comes into play, give someone a high 5, place 1 toon counter on your identity, and shuffle 1 Spider-Ham card from your discard pile into your deck. Now, they are very clear in the rules that if you're playing solo, you don't need to do all the silly stuff that it tells you. That's just there for flavor because you're playing kind of a cartoon character. But you know what? I'm going to high 5 myself. There we go. So I'm going to place a toon counter on Spider-Ham. And I'm going to shuffle one of the Spider-Ham cards, which is going to be this one, back into my deck. So Spider-Ham now has 1 toon counter that I can use as a wild resource if I want to. And I'm keeping team building exercise in my hand. Captain America is going to attack for 2, bringing Rhino down to 12, and Spider-Ham will attack for 1, bringing Rhino down to 11. Okay, I'm going to ready everything. I will draw up to 5. 1. What do we have here? Hogwashed. Remove 1 toon counter. Loudly read this card's flavor text. Choose to either deal 5 damage to a minion or remove 5 threat from a side scheme. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. One way or another. Hogwash. Alright. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. Rhino is going to attack. I'm going to take it. So that is 2, 3, 4 damage against Spider-Ham, taking him down to 8. But I do get a toon counter. And our encounter card is Stampede. Rhino attacks you. If the character is damaged by that attack, stun that character. You know what? I'm going to take this again. So he's attacking for 2. 3 damage, putting me down to 5. I take another toon counter, but I am also stunned as well. That is okay by me. All right. I am going to spend these two one way or another and Overwatch to put team building exercise into play. I'm going to spend a toon counter as a wild resource and put Hogwashed into play. Oh, sorry, spend Hogwash to put organic webbing into play. Okay. I'm going to attack to get rid of stunned. Captain Americat is going to attack for 2, bringing him down to 9 health. I'm going to flip over. And I will end my turn. So I will ready. Draw 6. Wooden hammer. When he makes a basic attack, exhaust it and remove 1 toon counter. +2 attack. The attack gets overkill. All right. The Daily Beagle. Making an entrance. Followed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Team building exercise. And what is this? Cartoon physics. When your identity would take any amount of damage, discard this card. Wiggle your body and prevent all but 1 of the damage. All right. We have to. Okay, threat goes on the main scheme. Rhino schemes for 4. Okay, this is one of the inheritors. All right. 3, 4. So that would be 6 of 7. That's not good. And we get Bora. Each inheritor minion gains acceleration token. When revealed, if a Web Warrior character is in play, place 1 threat on each scheme. We don't actually have any Web Warrior characters in play, so that was actually quite lucky. All right. How are we going to do this? I can keep that as an interrupt. Okay. We don't have a side scheme making an entrance. Okay. I am going to flip over. This is a little dangerous, but there we go. I am going to make a basic thwart using the daily using team building exercise to pay for making an entrance. When you make a basic thwart, gets +2 thwart for that after thwart ends. Okay, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right. Captain Americat is going to thwart for 2. Getting rid of him and bringing that down to 4. Spider-Ham is going to thwart using team building exercise to pay for this. I get +2 thwart. I'm at 2 at the moment, which makes it 4. And if you remove all thwart from a scheme, heal 2 damage from your hero. So I get rid of the 4 there and put myself back up to 7. 3. Oh, he gets +1 as well. Exhaust organic webbing and remove a toon counter to ready Spider Ham. One moment. Okay. When you're done, it will take any amount of damage. We don't have a side scheme. So I'm going to use these to get my huge wooden hammer. So that gives him 2 attack, +2 attack, I should say. Let's just move everything down a bit so it's all on camera. And we will keep cartoon physics. Okay, Spider Ham is going to attack the Inheritor for 1, 2. I'm going to exhaust this and remove a toon counter to do 4 damage to Bora. And that is my turn. I have 1. Great responsibility. Making an entrance. Followed. And swinging web pig. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Confuse the enemy. Okay, I like that. Okay, threat on the main scheme. We got that under control pretty quickly. Rhino is going to attack. I'm going to take it for 2, putting me down to 5, but giving me a counter. Bora is going to attack for 1, putting me at 4, but giving me a counter as well. And then we get... Oh, wait, this has an acceleration token on it, so that should get 2 on there. The villain attacks you. Okay. He's going to attack me for 2. I am going to use this, spending a toon counter for a wild resource. I'm going to wiggle my body, prevent all but 1 of that damage. So I get my toon counter back, and I take a single damage. And now it is my turn. Okay. I'm going to spend 3 resources to do swinging. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me just fix the camera up. Swinging web pig. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Confuse the enemy. Bringing Rhino down to 3. And confusing him. I'm going to attack for 1 to take out Bora. I am going to flip to Peter Porker's side. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I'm going to exhaust Organic Web and get rid of a toon counter to ready Spider Ham. I'm then going to thwart. And then I'm going to flip. Okay. And then we have 1, even the odds. Move 1 threat from each side scheme. Another even the odds. Petulant Pig. Cartoon Physics. Ham it up. Remove 1 threat from a scheme for each toon counter on Spider Ham. And ham it up. Okay. Threat. He's confused, so he doesn't scheme. And we get Stampede. We are in alter ego form, so it gains Surge. And we get Crowd Control. When the scheme is in play, you cannot remove threat from the main scheme. There's 2 threat on crowd control. Okay. I'm going to heal for 5, or recover, I should say, putting me at 8. Whenever, after you use a basic recovery, place a tune counter here. I'm going to flip. I'm going to exhaust, remove 1 to ready. Okay, let's see what we can do. So he has 1 tune counter on him. So I'm going to play Ham It Up to remove 1 counter from that. I'm going to play these 2 to play even the odds. I have played an energy to pay for it. Remove 1 threat from each side scheme. Deal 1 damage to the villain for each side scheme defeated this way. So he takes 1 damage, putting him at 2. And I'll play Ham It Up to remove that threat. I don't want to take out Rhino right now. Or do I? You know what? Why the fuck not? Going to attack for 2. Let's put Rhino to stage 2, see if we can't finish this quickly. This could have been a huge mistake. 15 health, and his attack goes up by 1. And we have to find... What are we looking at? Here we go. Breaking and Taken, which I don't think... No, so Breaking and Taken is in the main deck. Breaking and Taken. We shuffle Rhino's deck, of course, because we searched it to get Breaking and Taken out. Okay, we put Rhino at 15. Hopefully this won't come back and bite us in the ass, but it doesn't really matter if it does, because this game is just too much fun. 3 threats on there. All right. And that's all we will do. So we'll ready our cards. We will draw back up to 5. We have 2 in our hand. 3, 4, and 5. Here's a card we haven't seen. Library control, including Spider-Man. Not bad. Okay. All right. Threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to attack. I will take it. He's hitting us for 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to spend the resource to play Cartoon Physics. When your identity will take any amount of damage, wiggle your body and prevent all but 1. Okay. So we're down to 7. And we get our tune counter back for taking damage. Okay, we get 1, 2 encounter cards. The first one being Charge, attached to Rhino. He gets +3 with Overkill. And then we get a Hydra Mercenary with Guard. Okay. All right. Interesting. Exhaust team building exercise. Play a card from your hand. Shares a trait. Okay. I'm going to exhaust team building exercise to reduce the cost of Spider-Man by by 1. I'm going to spend these 2 to bring Spider-Man out. Here's a Web Warrior, shares a trait with Spider-Ham. Okay. And after he enters play, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each Web Warrior you control, including Spider-Man. I'll take it from here. Okay. And when you hear it makes a basic thwart. All right. I'll make a... Oh, you know what? I'm going to save this. I'm going to thwart. No. Spider-Man's going to thwart for 1. To get rid of Breaking and Taken. Putting a damage on him. And Spider-Ham is going to attack. Remove a toon counter. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4. And it gains overkill. So I take out him and deal a single damage to Rhino. That is all she said. Okay. Let's draw back up to our 5. 1, even the odds. 2, one way or another. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Really enjoying Spider-Ham at the moment, I have to admit. Threat on the main scheme. Rhino is going to attack. Spider-Man is going to take it. He is hitting for 3, 6, 7, 8. And the attack gains overkill. So Spider-Man takes 2. We take 6. Putting us down to 1. Ouch. But after a Web Warrior leaves play, choose a player. That player draws a card. Spider-Man was a Web Warrior. So we draw a card. This goes away. And we get Stampede. Rhino attacks you if this character is damaged by this attack. All right. We are going to have to defend. Do I have anything that can help? Side scheme. Searching counter deck. So here, interrupt. No. So he's attacking for 3. We blocked 1. We take 2. And Spider-Ham goes down. Now, yes, that was a loss. There are some cards I would definitely take out of the Spider-Ham deck. And a lot of the cards deal with a lot of side schemes, which Rhino does not have a lot of. But all in all, I think Spider-Ham is a solid, solid character. One that I wasn't all that excited for, but I think he can make some really fun decks, especially Justice, with the cards that come with the Spider-Ham character. So, there you have it. It was a loss, but it was a really fun loss, which, you know, is always a win in my book. So that is pre-constructed Spider-Ham versus standard Rhino using the Inheritors modular deck. You can see like Spider-Ham's nemesis is the Green Gobbler instead of the Green Goblin. Just a really fun, silly little deck. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff you're going to see at the end of this video, but most importantly, stay safe, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.